hope you hear my prayers. Because we really, really need you down here. From all the pain that we going through, we know that you're real, so can you fall through? Father, have mercy when we call on you. I just want to fall on you. So about 5 minutes. Waiting and to play with. I raise my children up to say the same shit. Dear Lord, I hope you hear my prayers. Because we really, really need you down here. From all the pain that we going through, we know that you're real, so can you fall through? Father, have mercy when we call on you. But I just want to fall on you. To show the devils you waiting and to play with. I raise my children up to say the same shit.
Yeah. Go ahead. Come on, West. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Look, I keep it low to the T. UBK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet. Got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother way. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us, he a breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us, he a breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Man, this shit is too easy. I'm on gold, but they don't believe me. You know I'm winning with the team. Screaming Vinny, VJ. Hear them devils screaming out bloody murder. I'm about to close the curtain. Mama grind, bitch, and work. Sorry, all them lies, it ain't working. Them niggas weak, cause they be churching. I'm a West nigga, that's for certain. If he cross the line, I'ma back up and I'ma hit his ass with this virus. And I come through 300 strong, 144 Leonidas. All my niggas, we eat. I'm in this bitch with the Ivy. Say, all y'all do the sweet. Tell y'all to do the street. When nigga made the wrong move, he make his ass out the league. He ain't one of us, hit the lead. He ain't one of us, he a preach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. Look, I keep it low to the T. UBK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet. Got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother wave. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us, he a breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us, he a breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat.
You see this look that's on my face, bitch, I'm for real with it. I hit the streets, put on my cleats, was in the field with it. You soft as cotton, just an actor, Uncle Phil with it. And then my target's on the move, but I can still hit it. Hey, I speak true cause it's necessary. Gullah Jack revolutionary. Cold on them like January. Commander General is a visionary. Soul food, no sweets. Your preacher man, he's sweet. Matter of fact, he weak. It's wartime for peace. Think you hard, nigga, you ain't. Fuck with us, nigga, you can't. You smart cars, we pace. We form up in ranks. We body bag this rap shit. All black, no bright shit. Real life, no cap, bitch. Fall on them, that's cap shit. I keep it low to the T. UBK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet. Got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother wave. Tell them get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us, he a breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us, he a breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Go ahead.
All right, clap it up. Israelite School, University of Pennsylvania. Today is the Wednesday law class out here in Austin, Texas. Y'all got any questions, raise your hand. If y'all got any questions, type them in. We're going to get into the questions first. Then we're going to go into, I really ain't even got a topic today. But you know, that's how it goes. Questions? Go ahead.
I want to know about basically yourself, like private attorney, after legal witness will be there. Basically everything like that.
You want to know about Christ's return? What part? It's a movie. You just like saying, tell me about Friday. I mean, but you want to know that there's some dudes that was selling drugs. Older man had a fight with a bully, got the girl. I mean, I can give you a short story, but what do you want to know about it? The wilderness is any wilderness. The wilderness, it doesn't say where. It's just a wilderness, meaning uninhabitable. A place that is not inhabited, meaning there's no buildings there. There's no people there. It's just trees and forests and grass and water. We're going to land there in the middle of nowhere. That's the wilderness. Just like it was when we left Egypt. When we left Egypt, we was in the middle of nowhere, traveling for how long?
40 years.
40 years. We was in the wilderness traveling for 40 years. We were trying to get to the promised land. That was actually a 10-day trip. But we went in the wilderness and we acted up. And so the Lord had us going in circles for 40 years. So, Lord willing, we go in the wilderness this time and get straight to the kingdom, because now this is a bunch of people that's in the wilderness that want to leave Egypt. Last time when we were freed out of Egypt, they didn't want to leave Egypt. They wanted to go back to Egypt because it was more comfortable in Egypt. This time when we leave, it's going to be the people that want to leave Egypt, that's tired of Egypt, that won't complain about going back to Egypt. So the book of Revelation, let's start at start at Revelation 1:1.
Coming to one con, sir. This is Revelations chapter 1, verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him to show unto his servants things which most shortly come to pass. And he sent and signified it by his angels unto his servant John.
He sent by his angel unto his servant John. So what is this? This book is about a man named John getting the future from an angel, right? He's finding out the truth about Christ, the revealing of Christ and his message and how the end was going to be. Because when Christ was there and they were seeing that he was looking more and more like the man that was prophesied to come to free them, then they started to say, well, is it time for war? It's time. It's time for the revolution, because the Messiah is going to come to save us from our enemy. But Christ is like, nah, this ain't the time. So it threw him off. That's why a lot of people today don't believe that that was the Messiah, because the Messiah was supposed to come to free the people. And he didn't free the people, but he freed the people. See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So now he's giving this revelation to John to give him the breakdown of what's to come. Now imagine you sitting in your land, right? And somebody is telling you that you won't be in this land no more. You're actually going to be destroyed by every other nation. You're going to go into slavery. You're going to be beaten and downtrodden. You're going to serve every nation under the face of the earth. You're going to be a servant to them. And then there's going to be a great war at the end. And then your king will come and free you. Now that sounds like the future from that present moment to that day sounds like it'll never come. And so you know what it does to your spirit? Huh? It breaks you. And that's a lot of reason why a lot of our people today don't believe in the Most High. Because their spirit has been broken because Christ hasn't come in the time that they gave him. See, a lot of people give the Most High a time to do something. And when he don't do it in their time, then they say, the hell with this. I'm going to live my own life, do what I want to do. I gave you enough time to do something, Lord. Now you're not doing it. Well, this book is the revelation of the time to look for what the Lord is going to do. All right? Go to chapter 12.
Don't know the one con, sir. Start at verse 1.
Start at 1.
Don't know the one con. This is Revelations chapter 12, verse 1.
Now, all these things in Revelation are things that they are explaining these things in terms that they would understand in those times. Right? Imagine if I told you I saw a CD flying. A CD was flying. You'll know that it was something that looked circular, flat looking, and it was flying, right? But they couldn't use that as an example. So they would say, I saw a roll of bread flying, a flying roll. Why? Because bread was made like that.
Yep.
And they would explain it in the way that they could correlate to the things that they saw from no time periods. All right? Read what you got.
Con of the one con, sir. This is Revelations chapter 12, verse 1. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars.
This is about the nation of Israel. And the nation of Israel is called a woman. And the sun and the moon is where?
Under her feet.
She's standing on the sun and the moon. The sun and the moon is wisdom and knowledge. It's a beautiful woman that's clothed in wisdom and knowledge. And what?
Con of the one con. And upon her head a crown of 12 stars.
And she's crowned with 12 stars. Who are these 12 stars? The 12 tribes of Israel. Right? This is our nation. Standing up like you see today. Keep going.
Con of the one con, sir. Verse 2. And she being with child cried, travailing in birth, and pain to be delivered.
Now she's pregnant because she's trying to birth something into the world. And she's in pain and she's hurting every day like a woman that's about to give birth. The labor pains. Keep going.
Con of the one con, sir. Verse 3. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon his head.
Then something else comes up into the sky and stands across from this pregnant woman. A great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns. These 7 heads and 10 horns are other nations and their common markets. That's what they are. You are seeing a family and a woman, and then you're seeing a dragon. In the Old Testament, the dragon was small. And what was he called? A serpent. Now this dragon has grown so big, this serpent has grown so big, it went from a grass state to a python, to a Komodo dragon, to an alligator, to now a big flying dragon. Go ahead, sis.
Okay, so are the heathen nation wiped out because there's 18 of us, right? This page, it's 12 tribes.
What do you mean? Are we a heathen nation? 18 nations, yeah. The 12 tribes is one family, though.
Right.
7 heads and 10 horns. So 7 heads would be England, Spain, Portugal, Germany, Russia, Italy, and France. 10 horns is the U.S., Scotland, Australia, Ireland, Sweden, Switzerland, Luxembourg, something like that, Belgium. Those are the offsprings of the original. So Rome broke into 7 heads, 7 leaders. Then what came out of these 7 heads were these other little nations. Scotland, Ireland, America, they all broke up. So that's the dragon now. And the dragon is standing well. Read the next verse.
Verse 4. And his tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven, and did cast them to the earth. And the dragon stood before the woman.
Where did the dragon stand?
Before the woman.
Doing what?
Which was ready to be delivered, for to devour her child as soon as it was born.
What child is trying to be delivered into the earth? The nation of Israel is standing there in front of us with standing on the moon and the thing. So what child is the nation of Israel trying to birth into the earth? Christ, the spirit of Christ. We're trying to birth the spirit of Christ into the earth. And the dragon is standing in front of us like, hell no. I ain't gonna push this black Jesus. Y'all ain't gonna push black Spanish coming together, being a family again, loving each other. That's the spirit of Christ. That's the spirit we're trying to birth in the earth. No, the dragon is standing in front of us like, no. Keep going.
Sir. Verse 5. And she brought forth a man-child who was to rule all nations.
See, even though she was trying to stop it, the dragon was trying to stop it, the spirit is still being born in the earth. And the reason they don't want this spirit to be born in the earth is because voting will stop when this spirit comes. Because this spirit is going to rule with a what?
With a rod of iron. And her child was caught up unto God to be his throne.
See?
And to his throne.
This child it was caught up to the Most High. That is what we've been seeing all this time. When Christ left us and went to where the Most High is. See what I'm saying? Keep going.
Sir. Verse 6. And the woman fled into the wilderness, where she hath a place prepared of God. And they that should feed her, there are 1,260 days.
Yeah, and these people was in darkness for a long time. But what?
Verse 7. And there was a war in heaven, and Michael and his angels fought against the dragon. And the dragon fought and his angels.
Well,
verse 8. And prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven.
What that mean? You're right. It says that there was a war in heaven, meaning there is a war that's going to happen for the throne, for supremacy. And Michael and his angels are going to fight against the dragon and his military. The dragon and his military is all the allies of the white man. And Christ and his angels are going to fight against them. and they are not going to prevail against Christ and his angels. And then there will be no more room found for them anymore in the heavens, in rulership, in power. So they will be cast down to the ground, to a low place. The book of Revelation is about a changing of the guard and how it's going to happen and how devastating it's going to be. It's going to be so devastating because life as you know it will never be that way again. The way you've seen life and imagine life, the world to come is something that the scriptures say eyes have not heard, eyes have not heard, and ears have not, what's the word? Thank you. Eyes have not seen and ears have not heard, neither has it entered into the thought of man. Meaning, the kingdom gonna be so amazing that you haven't even imagined how amazing it's gonna be. And when you go into the deepest part of your imagination, you still ain't touching the surface of how glorious the kingdom is. Because where we are right now, to us, is the top of society. We can't imagine things being more technological and more advanced than now. Please. The kingdom of heaven is going to be built off of 12 stones, right? The scriptures say it's 12 foundations. So all of these stones is the foundation that you're going to walk on. All of them stones are conductors. The ground is going to have electricity coming out of it. The street may move like an escalator. You know how it is in the airport? The street may move like that. The possibilities of what the kingdom is going to look like is insane. And it said that it's going to be glass house. So you'll be able to see straight through it. The wall is going to be great and high and big and wide. And everybody's going to want to get into the big, sparkling, beautiful place. And they're not going to be able to. And that is the kingdom of heaven. And the other nations know that once we get into this power, we're never going to lose it. So that's why they teach Revelation so backwards, because they don't understand the spirit of it. They don't know what's going on. And that's why you got to come to us to get it. If you want a Revelation breakdown, Officer Thabawan in Cali is breaking down every verse of the book of Revelation. In like chapter 15 or something right now.
Oh, sorry, Christ.
He's breaking down every verse. He'll break it. You can just watch the videos, and it's Hollywood Israelites. Go look at Hollywood Israelites, and he got a video. He got videos on it that's intricate with the history and everything that'll give you the breakdown that you need. But let me do a few more verses.
Verse 9. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent, called the devil and Satan.
The old serpent. Who is the old serpent? Right. The old serpent from the garden, which is called the devil and Satan. Why? Because this man represents the same spirit of the devil and Satan. And that same spirit is in a man today. People think that the serpent in the garden was the devil, was Satan. No. The serpent was a man that embodied the spirit of the devil and Satan. You understand? That's what you were seeing. That's what you're seeing. Keep going.
Which deceiveth the whole world.
What did he do?
Deceiveth the whole world.
So who deceived the whole world? A demon? Did a demon come into your mind and tell you that Jesus was white? Who did that? The white man, the serpent. The serpent from the garden. That's why you got to understand that this is more than just Bible talk. This is world history.
That's right.
This is the history from the garden all the way to the future. This book, what's heavy about this is history can only be recorded once it's done. Right?
Gone on a long time.
This is done. This is recorded.
Gone on a long time, sir.
So what does that mean about this? It's already finished. It's done already. It's just playing out its course now. History is recorded once it's done.
Gone on a long time.
So now it's just playing out. That's how you know this book is real. This book, our God is alive. And everything that's going on is the Lord that's just orchestrating everything. The Lord, these men are like, man, it's kind of big. It's kind of hard to wrap your mind around if you see things the way this world wants you to see it. Because the Lord, our heart's desire and prayer is what?
Is that all Israel be saved?
Is that we can save everybody. And we can work hard and pray and try to teach and go out and the Lord could hear us the same way he heard Moses. Like this. The Lord said he was going to, not Moses, Abraham. The Lord said he was going to destroy destroy Sodom and Gomorrah.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He said, I'm going to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. He like, please, Lord, don't destroy them. If it was 45 righteous men, would you save him for 45 righteous men? And he's like, for you, I'll save him for 45 righteous men. All right, well, appreciate it, Lord. What about for 40? For you, I'll do it for 40. And he went all the way down to one righteous man.
It's a lot.
And the Lord said, for you, I'll do it.
Dang.
So now what is he doing? He's giving everybody in that city an opportunity off of what the Lord said, off of what Abraham requested. But what did the Lord say he was going to do before Abraham requested it?
Destroy it?
Destroy it. Why? Because the Lord knows that all of them people don't want to change. But he'll let you fight for them. He'll let you fight because you may get somebody out of it. But we'll see. Understand that. Understand when you hear a man above you say something and he tells you, hey, this ain't an order, but don't do this. Now look, I may be wrong. It may work out. Just know that's the same thing the Lord did to Abraham. It may, you know what? You may go in there and get 45 men. If you get 45 men, I'll save 45 men. How many came out? One. But you know what the Lord didn't do? He didn't stop the window of opportunity for everybody.
That's right.
And that's what he's doing right now. He giving everybody an opportunity. How? We on the streets everywhere.
That's right.
We on the internet everywhere. We pushing the truth all over the world. Everybody ain't coming in. Who fault is that? It ain't ours. Not going to be able to blame us. So the book of Revelation is just showing how the Lord got it mapped out. How the world going to fall apart. This going to happen, and then this going to happen, and then they going to cry, and then they going to be weeping, and they're not going to have no money because I'm going to destroy them, the people that spend all the money, and then now you're not going to be able to sell to them because they're not going to have no money to buy. That's what the Lord's showing you. Then I'm going to take away all the food. I'm going to take away all of the wealth. I'm going to take away everything from them. So now everybody going to be destroyed because of them. That's what Revelation is about. The fall and the rise. All right?
Finish it out.
Go ahead.
Caught on one kind. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him.
Who is Satan's angel? Demons? Yeah, you're right, but that's too easy to say. Who is Satan's angels? Now you walking down the aisle.
Stars.
Yeah, now you in the vicinity. Who is Satan's stars? Who is his angels? If I say this one word, you're gonna get it. Who is his? Never mind. Yes, who is his celebrities? Satan's celebrities. What does Satan do? What does the devil do? What does the devil do, sis? Deceive. So who is Satan's chief deceivers? The white man and who? I'm thinking too hard. Yes, the Christian pastors, your religious leaders, all of the people you look up to and follow, they gonna fall, and then the church gonna fall with them. The religious leaders gonna fall with them because they're all tied together. They're all connected together. So they're gonna all fall together. See what I'm saying? All right, let me get another question.
All right, I gotta let me get the one online real quick.
Okay.
It's gonna be just gonna get a general breakdown on Revelations 5 and 10.
All right. Revelations 5 and 10.
God on one card, sorry. I can read it?
Yeah.
This is the book of Revelations, chapter 5, verse 10. And has made us unto our God kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth.
Read before that.
God on one card, sorry. Verse 9. And they sung a new song, saying, Thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seals thereof. For thou wast slain and hast redeemed us to God by the blood out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation.
Let's go up. Let me break it down.
All right.
We're going to Revelations 5. We're going to start at verse 1 so I can break it down for you so you can understand what's happening right here.
This is the book of Revelations, chapter 5, verse 1. And I saw in the right hand of him that sat on the throne a book written within on the backside, sealed with 7 seals. Verse 2. And I saw a strong angel proclaiming with a loud voice, Who is worthy to open the book and to loose the seals thereof?
John is crying right now because he looking at what's going on in the kingdom, and nobody is worthy to open up this book that the Most High is holding in his hand. This book can never be opened, which means judgment can never be done. And so now the angel is like, who is worthy to open up this book and to take the seals off so we can find out what's going on? Keep going.
God on one kind. And no man in heaven, nor in earth, neither under the earth, was able to open the book, neither to look thereon.
Keep going.
God on one kind. Verse 4. And I wept much.
He did what?
Wept much.
John is crying. He's like, oh, damn. We ain't got no hope. It's this book. Can't nobody open it. We never gonna ever be free. We never gonna get our justice. Oh, my God. All hope is lost. Keep going.
God on one kind. Because no man was found worthy to open and to read the book.
Go ahead.
Neither to look thereon.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 5. And one of the elders said unto me, Weep not.
He said what?
Weep not.
He said, don't worry, young man. Keep going.
Count on one kind. Behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, have prevailed to open the book and to loose the 7 seals thereof.
He said, don't worry. Somebody did something great enough for the book to be open. Christ died. And now he has power over heaven and earth. He has authority. Keep going.
Count on one kind. Verse 6. And beheld. It's like it. And I beheld. And lo, in the midst of the throne and of the 4 beasts, in the midst of the elders, stood a lamb, as it had been slain, having 7 horns and 7 eyes, which are the 7 spirits God sent forth into all the earth.
Keep going.
Karawan, verse 7. And he came, and he took the book out of the right hand of him that sat upon the throne.
Christ walked up to the throne of the Most High and took the book out of the Most High's hand. Keep going.
Karawan, sir. Verse 8. And when he had taken the book, the 4 beasts and the 24 elders fell down before the Lamb, having every one of them harps and golden vials full of odors, which are the prayers of saints.
So you got, okay, the prayers of the saints they go up in like this, right? In smoke. And the more we pray and cry out to the Lord, the more the room fills up with smoke before the Most High. And when a whole bunch of smoke get in your face, what do you want to do? You want to air the room out. That's what we need to do. We need to bring so much smoke in the room that the Lord say, man, get this smoke out of my face. You understand? That's what you want to do. Keep going.
Karawan, sir. Verse 9. And they sung a new song.
Now, these people that's crying and all that and weeping, they singing a new song. The angels are singing a new song. Keep going.
Karawan, thou art worthy to take, saying, thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seals thereof.
Keep going.
For thou wast slain and hast redeemed us to God by thy blood out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation.
Keep going.
Karawan, verse 10. And has made us unto our God kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth.
So what is this scripture talking about? Now that he opening up the book, now we can be raised up and be made kings and priests. Other than that, our royalty, our inheritance, we could never get. There would be no hope for us. We'll be slaves forever. We will be forever slaves if it wasn't for Christ being worthy enough to open up the book, to let loose the judgments in the earth. That's the 7 spirits. Them spirits is the spirit that's going to go and bring forth judgments. The 4 horsemen are the spirits that are sent out to bring forth judgment. You got a spirit of death, a spirit of famine, a spirit of war, a spirit of all of that is going to go forth into the earth and ride through the. Right now, it's not like one horse go out first, then another horse go. No, what you're seeing is these spirits riding together. They all riding at the same time. Death, famine, plagues, all happening at once. It's death happening over here, famine is happening over here. Earthquakes and pestilence happening over here, this happening over here. Then it just started mushing together and overlapping all over the world. They've been flooding in Taiwan, it's been flooding in Tokyo and having earthquakes, big old earthquakes and all that. Then they happen over here. Then everything is happening all across the earth, all at once. The Lord's judgment is happening. You just waiting for your light to turn off. Then when your lights turn off, then what you gonna do? You're gonna say, "Oh Lord." Then you're gonna pray. Pray before it go out. Pray now. Get prepared now, because it's coming. And the people in Houston right now, they are understanding how important everything they had and they took for granted really is. Now they looking and saying, I seen a post that said, all my food in my refrigerator is spoiled. I drove around all day looking for gas and got stuck because I ran out of gas because I didn't find no gas. I don't got no lights and no water, nothing in my house. Everything I work for has been gone. I can't get money out because the lights are off. Everything that you put your focus on and put before the Lord, none of it matter right now in Houston. But in Oklahoma, in Austin, lights is on. Arkansas lights is on. So they don't feel the pressure right now. We not getting the lesson taught to us that they're getting taught to them. But a week ago, we wasn't getting the lesson that Jamaica was getting. You see what I'm saying? It's all happening all at once. Everybody just getting taught at different times. Everybody got a day of visitation.
Damn.
Keep going.
Caught on the one concert. Verse 11. And I beheld, and I heard the voice of many angels round about the throne, and the beast, and the elders, and the number of them that was 10,000 times 10,000 and 1,000 of thousands.
What's that? What you say?
I said a lot.
No, what is it though? Who is it?
Oh. Oh, the 144,000?
Nope. Read it. Go ahead. That's the angels. Read it again.
And I heard the voice of many angels round about the throne, and the beast of elders, so the angels that are around.
That's all the angels around the throne, the beast that's around the throne, and the 24 elders that's around the throne. Everybody that's in the heavens is around the throne, and they all yelling. They all yelling and screaming. Oh, I think that's after that. Read the next one.
Hallelujah. Saying with a loud voice, worthy is the Lamb that was slain to receive power and riches and wisdom and strength and honor and glory and blessings.
That's what they say. They like, shot. Somebody to set the record straight, a king that's going to get all the glory, all the riches, all the wisdom, all the power, all the strength. Yes. That's what this is. And that's what our king is for us. Because if it wasn't for him, we would have no hope. All hope would be lost. Right? And what she said?
Jesus made such an earth about that whole thing, and he denied all of us. He denied everything that was just wrong with him. That's how you know that the Bible, that's not something that you're not born like that.
Right.
That's something that you just really want to do. Because you can fight. But Jesus fought that. They call it.
Right.
Fought that. And then tells us that we can do the same thing. That's just what they want to do.
Give her a hand. That's absolutely true. You can fight it all. It was put here for you to fight it. Each and every one of us got a different fight. Everybody got a different demon that they are supposed to fight. And the Lord want to see what you're going to do to this fight. Are you going to give in? Are you going to fall under pressure? Or are you going to fight it? And it ain't going to leave. The voice may get smaller. Some days it's going to get bigger. But what you can't do is submit to it. Your will belongs to the Lord. You submit your will to the Lord's word. That's what you're supposed to do. All right? I think that answered the brother question.
Caught on the one kind.
Another question?
Let's see. Was one of the, y'all got one? I got one.
Go ahead.
Jude 1 and 6 through 9, I believe.
Jude. All right, let's go.
This is Jude chapter 1, verse 6. And the angels which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation, he hath reserved in everlasting chains under the darkness until the judgment of the great day.
What is that talking about? The angels that kept not their first estate. Who is that?
Would that be us?
Explain.
So, how people had out there, which he gave them a different set of rules, something like better way to live. Would you consider the angel at the beginning until wasn't?
Go ahead. The angels that didn't follow orders? Who? I know, but who are the angels? Are you just talking about the angels? No. Okay. I'll show you something real quick. Go to Psalms 103 and 20. Psalms chapter 103, verse 20.
This is Psalms chapter 103, verse 20. Blessed be the Lord, ye his angels that excel in strength, that to do his commandments, hearkening unto the voice of his word.
Who is the angels? It's the 12 tribes. We're the Lord's angels. We are his messengers. Everyone learns about God from us. And we are the angels that kept not our first estate. What's our first estate? Our homeland. Where we're from. We were evicted. We were kicked out and sent into bondage over and over again. Well, go back to Jude now. The angels that kept not their first estate have been reserved, go right there,
in everlasting chains under the darkness until the judgment of the great day.
have been reserved into everlasting chains of darkness. What is that? Huh?
The curses.
What you gonna say? Yes, the curse. Not knowing who you are. You've been in bondage, in darkness. You ask the person outside of this room, what's your nationality? What they gonna say? Black, African American, Mexican, Puerto Rican, Boricua. All that. What they gonna say? Why? Because they're in darkness about who they are. And they're in chains of darkness. They're bound to their ignorance. They're bound to not knowing who they are. Right? Keep going.
Verse 7. Even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication, going after strange flesh, and are set forth for an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire.
Why did Sodom and Gomorrah happen? Huh? Yeah, read it again.
Verse 7. Even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication.
Listen.
And going after strange flesh, are set forth for an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire.
Go ahead. That's true. But why did it happen? Yes, but they were set forth. This happened in Sodom and Gomorrah for what reason? Right in your face. They're set forth. Give her a hand. As an example. So the world today could know what happens to the gay community. That's why it happened. So the Lord did it there, so you can read about it now and say, well, no, you can't think God is with that because he burnt the city down for doing that back then. God doesn't change. He's going to do the same thing now. That's why that's going to happen again when Christ returns. He's going to burn it in what? Suffering?
The vengeance of eternal fire.
Eternal what?
Fire.
Eternal fire. You know what eternal fire is? An eternal fire is not a fire that burns forever. It's just a fire that destroys everything and you can never build on top of it. They can't build on top of Sodom and Gomorrah right now. It's burnt up too bad. It's nothing but sulfur on the ground and the dirt ain't no good. You know what I'm saying? That's eternal fire. Everlasting. Keep going.
God on the one concert. Verse 8. Likewise also these filthy dreamers defile the flesh, despise dominion, and speak evil of dignities.
Likewise, the way he destroyed that city, another thing he's going to destroy is filthy dreamers that defile their flesh and destroy everything. They speak like it's good. See what I'm saying? Keep going.
God on the one con, verse 9. Yet Michael the archangel, when contending with the devil, he disputed about the body of Moses, durst not bring against him a railing accusation, but said, the Lord rebuked thee.
What is a railing accusation? Okay, Moses and the angel is in court over what to do with, the angel and Satan is in court asking what to do with Moses' body. Satan is saying, man, leave him in the wilderness. Leave his bones in the wilderness because he was evil and he didn't make it. The angel's like, nah, give him a righteous burial. Give him but he couldn't come up with a railing accusation against him. Meaning he couldn't really find nothing to say was wrong with Moses other than he didn't make it.
God on the one con.
See what I'm saying? This is another scripture you can use to show what's going on in the fourth dimension.
God on the one con.
Because the angel, Moses, is the body laying there. And they like, give him a good burial. No, don't give him no. He don't deserve that. He did, man, and there was no good point that he could make against Moses to say he don't deserve to be buried in the righteous place. You understand?
God on the one con, sir. The water.
Go ahead. Nobody knows where their grandparents are buried. I don't know why people say that. People say, where are the bones at? Where your granny bones at?
Right.
That is the dumbest argument. Where's the boat? Nigga, where's your car that got stolen?
Right.
What them
Good
shoes
night.
they took? You
Damn.
can't find some shoes. You want to keep up with some bones from 8,000 years, from 10,000 years ago? Shut up. There's always trying to find a reason to defame God's word. Where is your daddy?
Damn.
He alive. Where is he?
They can't find them.
You can't even find him, his flesh.
Damn.
You talking about bones?
Good night.
Shut up. I'm not talking to you, but you know what I mean. So that's the point.
That's right.
All right, go ahead. Yes, archangels are war angels. Yeah, they get active. They get active. Don't play with them. But Israelites get active too.
That's right.
Israelites fight angels. Give me a precept. Yeah. Come on. You ain't got no precept?
You got a precept.
Say he ain't got no precept. What's your name?
Damn, that means precept?
Huh? Yaiqua? Okay. You got the scripture?
God of the Walker.
Read that. Tell them where we at.
You want to start right here? It says from here to like 30.
Yeah,
Here, let me just
that's cool right there.
break it all the way down.
Yeah, that's cool.
God of the Walker. Genesis chapter 32, verse 22.
Hold on, let them get there. Genesis 32, 22. Go ahead.
God of the Walker, sir. And he rose up that night and took his 2 wives and his 2 women servants and his 11 sons and passed over the ford of Jabbok.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 23. And he took them and sent them over the brook and sent them over that he had. Verse 24. And Jacob was left alone, and there he wrestled a man with him until the breaking of the day. Good night.
Keep going.
Count on my car, sir. Verse 25. And when he saw that he prevailed not against him, he touched the hollow of his thigh.
What's the Hebrew word for Jacob? Huh? Yaiqua. Go ahead.
God on the one con, sir. And the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint as he wrestled with him.
What happened? His thigh popped out of socket.
Sound like you.
Crazy, huh? That's insane.
That's heavy.
Jacob was wrestling with an angel all night. The angel had to break his hip to make Jacob stop fighting him. He had to knock his hip out of socket because Jacob wasn't going to let him go. Why wouldn't Jacob let him go? What did Jacob want from the angel? We're going to read it. Read 26.
Verse 26. And he said, let me go, for the day breaketh. And he said, I will not let thee go, except thou bless me.
Keep going.
Sir. Verse 27. And he said unto him, what is thy name? And he said, Jacob.
Keep going.
Verse 28. And he said, thy name shall no more be called Jacob, but Israel.
But who?
But Israel.
But Israel. You see how he got that raised up? He got raised up. Your name will no longer be what it was. But your name will now be Yasha'Allah.
That's right.
No longer would you be Yaiqua. You will be Yasha'Allah. What does that mean?
For as a prince hast thou power with God and with men,
With
and,
who?
and with men, with God, and with men, and hath prevailed.
And have what?
Prevailed.
And have failed.
Prevailed.
Why did he get his name changed? He did what? Kept up with him? Read it again.
God of the one kind. And he said, thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel. For as a prince hast thou power with God and men, and hast prevailed.
What did he do to the angel? Did he lose? He won. That's why his name is a prince of God, a son of God, because he got power among the Lord, the angels, and man. And he won. Guess what you're going to do? You're going to win. You're going to win this fight because it's a fight. And our father Jacob fought for his name. What you think you're going to do? Pray?
Damn.
You think you're gonna get on your knees?
Hell.
And say, Lord, please. That ain't what your father did. No. Your father said, bless me. And I'm not going down without a fight. I'm taking my blessing. You're gonna give it to me. I don't care if you're a man or an angel from God with the power that God give you. You got me messed up. Well, guess what? That means you got to fight too.
That's right.
Guess what else you got to fight? That come from the Lord. You fight the angels that come from the Lord. Guess what else you got to fight that come from the Lord? The demons. Yeah, you got power with the Lord, don't you? Go fight his demons.
Damn.
Fight that. Because you will do what?
Prevail.
Prevail. That's what you're going to do. The problem is everybody's scared to fight. They scared of the battle. Not us. Give me another one. Give me Joshua.
God.
You know what I'm talking about?
No, but I'll find it.
Or thou.
So fighting with an angel. Yeah, we're still on there.
Joshua 24:15.
I'll read it when I got it.
What I said, 15?
Count of the one concert.
I don't think that's it. Let me see. Salakia. Joshua 5:15.
Count of
Let's
the
try
one
that one.
concert. It's the book of Joshua, chapter 5, verse 15.
Start at 13.
Count of the one concert.
Yeah.
Verse 13. And it came to pass when Joshua was by Jericho that he lifted up his eyes and looked and beheld, there stood a man over against him with his sword drawn in his hand. And Joshua went into him and said unto him, art thou for us or for our adversaries?
Joshua was the leader of the nation. Moses left the nation to two men, Joshua and Caleb.
That's right.
That's who he left it to. So Joshua was on Shamar. He was walking around. He looked up. There was a man standing in front of him with his sword out. Josh saying, who you with? You friend or foe?
That's right.
Keep going.
Count on the one concert. And he said, nay, but as a captain of the host of the Lord am I now come.
He said, now, but I'm a captain in the Lord's army.
Good night.
Now, you imagine that. Imagine you at camp. And you standing out there at camp, you like, back up. He like, no, I'm a captain in the Lord's army. What he said to that?
God on the one come. And Joshua fell with his face to the earth and did worship and said to him, what says my Lord unto his servant?
Keep going.
God on the one come. Verse 15. And the captain of the Lord's host said unto Joshua, loose thy shoe from off thy foot, for the place wherein thou stand is holy.
What did he do?
And Joshua did so.
You know what happened? An angel of the Lord walked up to Joshua, and Joshua thought he was a regular man. And Joshua was prepared to fight him. And he said, man, I'm a captain of the Lord's army. He was like, oh, lock it. He said, man, take your shoes off. You're on holy ground. He respected him. You understand? At the same time, he was ready to fight him too. Wasn't no, you know, if he would have gave any other answer, it would have been a different story. So you got to understand that our nation ain't scared. You know, we're not scared of nothing. We fear the Father. Everybody else, they fear everything else. But there's some angels you're gonna see that you're gonna absolutely fear. That's right. There are angels that got eyes all over their body, all over the body, all in their wings, all in their arms and chest and back. Their body is full of eyes. You're gonna see them, and you're gonna be afraid. But what you don't know is that our God is terrible. Because that thing worship our God. Those beasts that sit round about the throne with 4 heads and 4 faces, they bow before our God and worship our God. The thing that everybody is afraid of when they see it is afraid of our God.
Damn.
That's what we serve. We don't serve no soft, timid, friendly God. He's aggressive. He's a manly man.
That's right.
Man. Spirit. You understand?
Did you want those angels with eyes or no?
No, we gotta get it.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Let me see. What we looking like?
Let me check online, see if anybody else got any questions that they want to chat them in. All right, what about, the young man was asking, or they was all asking yesterday too about, like the people in the jungles or something that don't know about Christ and Christ coming back. And I kind of
let them ask when class comes, because I'll give them the full breakdown when class comes.
All right, cut on the one.
All right. Let them ask when you come to class.
Cut on the one. Well, no. Wasn't that one of y'all's? It was one of them, I think, that had that question.
Let me get. Real quick. Let me get John 1:17. What is the purpose of Christ? Christ came to show you, okay, Christians will tell you that Moses' law was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Because Christ said, Moses has said, but I say. And that's what they use to try to say that Christ taught something different than Moses.
Mm-hmm.
But in actuality, Christ taught you the spirit of what Moses' law was supposed to be saying.
That's right.
That's what they don't understand. Christ wasn't teaching different than Moses. Christ was teaching you the truth about what Moses was saying. So the law said an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. What does that mean?
It means if somebody take your eye, you get their eye. If they take your tooth, you get their tooth.
So if I punch you in your eye, you got the right to punch me back in mine. If I knock your tooth out, you got the right to knock my tooth back. But then Christ said, but I say, turn the cheek. What is and avoid the evil? What is he saying? Because the only reason they would hit the person back is because they was told that because the law said, if I hit you, then I'm supposed to hit you back. But what they never used was the judgment of mercy and grace. They only did what the law said. And Christ was teaching them there is another judgment that you can use. You can have mercy on them. So instead of me hitting you after you hit me, I'm going to give you the opportunity to say, you know what? My bad. I shouldn't have hit you. That's resisting the evil. But you know what we do? Oh, the law says I can hit you back. And what does that start? War, a fight. A fight. And then after that, it goes from an eye to an eye to the tooth to a tooth, from a stab to a stab to a shot to a shot to a funeral to a funeral.
Cousin to a brother.
Yeah, that's what happens. So what Christ is teaching you is mercy.
Damn.
That was a law that they never implemented. But guess what? They were sinning just like the people they were trying to kill. That's what you got to understand about the truth. In the truth, we teach you the truth, but we don't use it to weaponize against you, to destroy you. Because we all sin and fall short of it. Give me that. Give me the sinner. The lady that was found in adultery. Give me that.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Give me that scripture right there. Woman found in adultery. What is that?
I'm just when he who sinned first. That's it, right? He who sinned first cast the first stone.
Yeah.
First Timothy. Hold on.
No.
Hell no. I'm gonna have to put cast first stone.
John 8:3.
All right.
Same book.
Well, I got John 8.
John 8:3. Yeah.
This is John chapter 8, verse 3. And the scribes and the Pharisees brought unto him a woman taken in adultery. And when they had set her in the midst, verse 4, they said unto him, Master, this woman was taken in adultery in the very act.
So they call her in the act.
Good night.
Yikes. You see, it ain't two of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
What a person is.
Right.
They got him. Whoever she was committing adultery with, he was punished.
Damn.
They brought her there to see what Christ was gonna say. And then they was being assholes because they threw him out in there. And what did they say?
Caught out of one con. Master.
They said what?
Master.
The Pharisees said this to Christ. What?
Master.
This
woman was taken in adultery in the very act.
In the very act. What's the next one?
Caught out of one concert, verse 5. Now Moses in the law commanded us.
See, now they go to weapon. They're using the law as a weapon. According to the law, see, you teaching some new way to follow the law. So according to Moses' law, Moses commands us to do what?
That such should be stoned.
That we should stone her. Go ahead.
But what sayest thou?
So what do you say? Now, if Christ, hold on, I think he's probably going to say it. Yeah, read the next one.
God out of one kind. Verse 6. This they said, tempting him, that they might have to accuse him. But Jesus stooped down with his finger and wrote on the ground as though he had heard them not.
What are they trying to do? They're trying to get Christ to speak against the law of Moses. Because if you speak against the law of Moses, what happened to you?
You get stoned.
You get stoned. If your mama, hold up, I'm going to show you something in the law that you ain't know. Hold this, give me Deuteronomy 13. This is the law class. Deuteronomy 13. This is how the law was. And read verse 6.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 13, verse 6. If thy brother, the son of thy mother, or thy son, or thy daughter, or the wife of thy bosom, or thy friend, which is as thy own soul, entice thee secretly, saying, let us go and serve other gods, which thou hast not known, thou nor thy fathers. Verse 7, namely, of the gods of the people which are round about you, nigh unto thee, and far off from thee, from the end, from one end of the earth, even unto the other end of the earth.
What is he talking about right here? What's the setup? He said, if your mama, your wife, your kids, who you love, say to you, let's go serve another God. Let's go to church. Let's go to the Muslim mosque. Let's go to the temple. Let's go serve another God of the people that's round about us. What should you do?
Thou shalt not consent unto him, nor hearken unto him. Neither shall thy eye pity him. Neither shalt thou spare. Neither shalt thou conceal him. Verse 9. But thou shalt surely kill him.
You should do what?
Surely kill him.
What did you say?
Surely kill him.
The law said, now, this is how you're going to learn what Christ was trying to help them understand. This is written in the law for a reason. Read this. Surely kill him and what?
Thy hand shall be first upon him to put him to death, but afterwards the hands of all the people.
You go tell on them, and you throw the rock first. Then the rest of us. That was in the law. Now, why is that in the law? If your mama, your kids, your husband, your wife, if they invite you to church, you bring them to the court, you tell on them, and you make the first move to kill them, and then the rest of us gonna kill them. Why is that in the law?
Because we're not to serve any other gods.
So why is that in the law? Yeah, that's true. But I want you to see the spirit of Christ in it. Go ahead. Nope. Ain't that. Let me give it to you. Let me make it layman's. Kids, clean the house up. If this house ain't clean by the time I get back, I'm putting everybody in a tub. And when y'all getting out, I'm whooping your butts with extension cords. Now, why did I say that?
So he's saying this so we don't follow other gods, right?
Yes. I'm saying this because I want the house clean. And I want to make the punishment so severe that I make sure that you do it. Right? So now, this law is in here to say, this is saying, don't worship another God, because if you do, you can't hide when you do it. You got to tell on them. This is supposed to prevent you from serving another God. But they said, now, when they saw that, they was like, oh, that's what the law said. That's what I gotta do.
Damn.
But now today, if your mama invites you to church, what you gonna do? You gonna go stone her? What you gonna do? You know, they could have been doing that all along. All along, they could have just said, what? Are you tripping? No. You tripping. You need some counsel. All along, they could have just used mercy.
Right.
They could have used grace. They could have just said, no, mama, I'm not going to no church. But they never did it because they used the law as a weapon against other people. That's what Christ was against. Now go back to what we was at.
It's the book of John, chapter 8, verse 6. This they said, tempting him, that they might have to accuse him. But Jesus stooped down with his finger and wrote on the ground as if though he heard them not.
Go ahead.
Verse 7. So when he continued asking him, he lifted up himself and said unto them, he that is without sin among you, let him first cast a stone at her.
Keep going.
Sir. Verse 8. And again he stooped down and wrote on the ground. Verse 9. And they which heard it, being convicted by their own conscience, went out one by one, beginning at the eldest, even unto the last. And Jesus was left alone, and the woman standing in the midst.
Now stop. Why did they leave? And they brought her in there to be stoned. Why didn't they stone her? Didn't the law of Moses say that she must be stoned? Isn't it commanded to stone the person that commits adultery? Why didn't they stone her then? What you gonna say? They are guilty of the same thing, probably even worse. And they couldn't do it because of what sake?
For their own conscience.
For their own what?
Conscience.
Their own conscience. What was in their conscience? What they know they did. The sin they did. So now I can't stone you and convict you or talk down on you when I know I've done things just as worse. Yeah, I know the law says that I should stone you, but how could I stone you when I do things just as worse? Keep going.
Sir. Verse 10. When Jesus had lifted up himself and saw none but the woman, he said unto her, Woman, where are those thine accusers? Has no man condemned thee?
Keep going.
Verse 11. She said, No man, Lord. And Jesus said unto her, Neither do I commend thee. Go and sin no more.
No, go and try your best.
Go and sin no more.
Go live in grace.
Go sin no more.
What did Christ tell her to do?
Go sin no more.
That's in the Bible. People say, oh, you can't be perfect. Christ told this woman before he died under the law to go and be perfect. That's what Christ said. Christ died, and you said that you can't be perfect.
Right.
And he required it from a woman before he died. You're a hypocrite. You're evil. And you're stepping on the death of Christ every day by thinking that you can't live this law. You just got to deny your lust, your flesh, your mindset. You fighting with something in your mind that's making you not serve the Lord. And when you make a mistake, you blame it on, well, you know, I'm working on myself. I'm trying. That ain't no excuse. How you gonna make an excuse for somebody that did a bid for you? I go to jail for you, and then I come home and you still doing the same thing and worse, and then you think you're gonna walk up and say, hey, what's good? No, bro. Because
Right.
I didn't have to go to jail. I took the charge for you because you got 3 strikes. You got 2 strikes. The next time you go to court, you going to jail for life. I took that charge for you. You got a wife, you got kids. I ain't got no kids. I ain't got no wife. I'm going to take the bid. Then I get out early. I come home and you out there selling drugs. You doing the same thing I took the bid for. And I've been locked up, yoked up, swole, fighting every day.
Damn.
And I come home and you out there selling drugs. What I'm doing? Maxing you out.
That's right.
I'm beating you to smithereens. Why? Because I didn't even have to go to jail. My love for you is why I went. That's what Christ did. What you think he gonna do when he come back and you worse than you was before he left? And not forget that. Now go to chapter what was we ever called? Chapter 1, verse.
And John?
Yeah. 1 verse.
Oh, yeah. Kind of one kind.
17.
This is John chapter 1, verse 17. For the law was given by Moses, but grace and truth came by Jesus Christ.
The law was given by Moses, but grace, truth, and mercy came because of Christ. Christ taught you how to use the law and have mercy with the law. Because the law said, stone them, kill them. But you know what they never thought about using in the law? Was, well, let's give them another chance. All right. Probation wasn't in the law. Probation wasn't in the law. The law was, was hurting people. That's what we're showing you today. We're showing you today because of Christ, each and every one of us is breathing. Have mercy on somebody else. Have mercy on your brother when he makes you mad. Forgive him. Turn the other cheek. Go ahead.
All right. Officer Zachariah said, Salakia, sir, the Sadducees and Pharisees were judging the people based off the law. Who made sure the Sadducees and Pharisees followed the law?
Give them a hand. That's an excellent question. Let me ask you. If the police is the upholders of the law, who makes sure the police keep the law? Who? Nobody. That's why Christ came. Christ came to take the badge away from the crooked cops. He came to take the law out of their hands because they was misusing their authority. They were condemning people for the same crimes that they was committing. They would take you and stone you for sin, stone you for eating pork, but
right,
go home and eat pork.
Damn.
They take your pork. What the law? I mean, what they do with weed?
They take it.
They take your weed, go to the house.
Don't go to the evidence room.
Roll your weed up, or take your weed and take it to they drug dealer. And be like, give me this much percentage off of that. Who's judging them? Nobody. Christ's kingdom, when the law comes, it's gonna be righteous. It won't be no crooked cops in the kingdom. It won't be no crooked priests. Why? Because the book is open. And what's in the book? The righteous men. From the beginning of class, from Revelation. The book is now open. Now somebody is worthy to open the book. If your name is in the book, you worthy to open the book. And now you are somebody that has been proven to not be a crooked cop, to not be unclean, to not be a hypocrite. That's what you want to show in this time right now. You want to show that you built up, you trustworthy. Or you'll just die with everybody else. It's that simple. You either gonna be a king or priest, or you're gonna be a body. All right. Any questions?
No more online, sir.
That right there is how you're going to understand the Bible. That right there. Understanding that Christ is the one that gave you the opportunity for a chance to change is enormous. And it takes the wings off of a Christian. Because a Christian wants to tell you, give me Matthew 5:17.
Caught on the one God, sir.
How do you read this scripture? I don't know. I don't even get it.
Good night. Matthew chapter 5, verse 17. Think not that I come to destroy the law.
Stop. What is Christ saying? Yeah. I'm not giving him a head. Christians said Christ came to do away with the law. Christ said, think not that I am come to destroy the law. Keep going.
Count on the one kind. Or the prophets.
Or all of the things the prophets prophesied about the nation of Israel coming together and being one nation and ruling. I'm not doing away with Moses' law or the words of the prophets. Keep going.
Count on the one kind. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
I didn't come to change it. I came to fulfill it. I didn't come to throw it away. I came to fulfill it. So if you have a prescription and your prescription is empty, what did it need to be?
Damn. Refilled.
Refilled, right? Now, am I taking your oxycodone and putting it in a Percocet bottles? I'm taking your oxycodone and refilling it. Why? Because you're out of it. And that's what's happening with the law. They out of it. They don't understand how to use it. So he's like, no, you have heard it said this. I say this. Because the way you using it, your prescription bottle says take 2 a day. You just need to take 1 at the beginning of the day and 1 at the end of the day. I'm showing you how to use your medicine because the way you're using it, you're doing what?
Abusing it.
Abusing it. That's what they're doing to the law. Abusing the law. Weaponizing the truth. Is the law true?
Count on the one kind.
Is the law perfect?
Count on the one kind.
Christians say the law ain't perfect. What's that? Let's see if I can.
And
go ahead.
All right, so with this, Christians always, they come and they say, well, when Christ died, that's when he fulfilled it. But the next one where it says,
Give me Psalms 19 and 7.
As long as the sun and earth is like the sun and moon, how come Christians never want to break any of that down? Because we're still on the earth.
Yeah, like they can't break that down.
We're still here.
Yeah, we can't. They can't. That's when they go into like they brain fried. Read verse 19 and 7 in Psalms. Stay where you at.
Okay, count on the one kind.
Read that.
Psalm.
Hey,
come a little closer. Yeah.
Come like right here. So I can hear you. So I can hear
Go ahead.
This is the book of Psalm 19, verse 7. The law of the Lord is perfect.
No, the law is wrong. That's why he had to send Christ.
Damn.
The law of the Lord is perfect. Converting the soul.
What changes you?
Converting the soul.
Believing in Jesus.
Converting the soul.
What is the thing that makes you a better person? It makes you stop smoking weed and stop eating pork.
Converting the soul.
The law. The law of the Lord is perfect, changing your soul. Go ahead.
God. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple.
Making who simple?
Wise the simple.
That's right.
This what we telling you is what make people that think they wise stupid. We just talking about the law. The law is what changed people. Keep going.
Verse 8. The statutes of the Lord are right,
Mm-hmm.
rejoicing apart.
Keep going.
The commandment of the Lord is pure, inviting the eye.
Keep going.
Verse 9. The fear of the Lord is clean, enduring forever.
Mm-hmm.
The judgments of the Lord are true and righteous altogether.
You see that? The Christian church make the Lord law sound evil. The law is done away with. It's all not in the Bible. The law of the Lord is perfect. The testimony of the Lord is true. All of this is talking about the things that the Christians say is disgusting and evil and done away with. Tawada, read the next verse, small one.
Call on the one, cuz, sir. Matthew chapter 5, verse 18. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled.
No, until all be fulfilled. Until what is fulfilled? Until Christ died? That's what they say. Once Christ died, he said it was finished. It was all fulfilled. And now we can eat pork. So Christ died so you can sin. Is that what that's what they saying.
Damn.
They said Christ gave his life so that now it's all fulfilled and now I can sin. No.
Damn.
That ain't how it works. Keep going.
Call on the one concert, verse 19. Whosoever shall break one of the least commandments.
The big ones?
Least commandment.
No, only the one that's important.
Least commandment.
What happened?
And shall teach men so, he shall be called least in the kingdom of heaven.
He shall be called least in the kingdom.
Damn.
What does that mean to be least in the kingdom? At the bottom. You're going to be the McDonald's supervisor. We're going to be going to Neptune. You're going to be listening to iTunes.
Damn.
You're going to have what's the thing's called?
AirPod?
iPod.
Hey.
in the kingdom of heaven. We're going to be listening to music through our mind. They're going to be listening. They're going to have headphones.
Yeah.
Listen, you're going to be at the bottom of society.
Damn.
Right above the white man. You're going to be, you and the white man will be just like this. Keep going.
Shout out to one kind. But whosoever shall do them and teach them,
But whosoever should do the commandments and teach them. Did it say that you have to do them?
do them and teach
You got
them.
to do both. What's going to happen?
The same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven.
Why is this so important? Because your pastor is trying to stop you from getting the kingdom because they telling you the thing that you need to get in the kingdom is done away with.
That's right.
That's why the scriptures say that his angels got to fall with him. That's why Satan's messengers got to fall with him because they are teaching people to give up their seats in the kingdom. Just by doing away with the law. The law, the commandments, the statutes, and the judgments. What's the judgments?
The punishments?
The punishments. That's the punishment. The punishments ain't changing when Christ comes back.
Right.
Because when are you going to get the judgments?
When Christ comes
On
back.
Judgment Day. You just going to get all your judgment at once. You understand?
Common to one comes.
So, I just wanted to go in there real quick just to give y'all a little insight on how important it is to learn the law, come to the law class.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Come to brotherhood class because brotherhood is a
Weapon.
law and it's a weapon. It's absolutely both. Because you need your brother, especially in these times.
That's right.
Ask the brothers in Houston.
That's right.
Brothers down there in Houston, they know what brotherhood is right now. They experiencing it. Guess what? You're going to get your day too.
That's right.
That it?
Let me check the StreamYard, sir, just to make sure.
Oh, I just
They
asked
said-
that question.
What's being judgmental?
Oh, what is being judgmental? Judgmental. What is judgmental? Huh? People use judgmental as you correcting them. You're like, hey man, you need to start smoking cigarettes. Oh man, you judging me. You're being judgmental. How? Because I'm okay. So if you tell your kids no eating hot chips all day, can they say, well, mommy, you being judgmental?
Why?
Why not?
Because it's ripping their stomach lining apart.
It's killing them. Stop smoking cigarettes. Oh, you being judgmental. How?
Heart disease and
The
lung
box
cancer.
says will cause throat cancer, will cause lung cancer.
And heart disease.
Am I being judgmental? Them cigarettes is being judgmental. The cigarettes is the real judge. Because what they gonna do?
Convict you.
They gonna punish you. You're gonna get the statues and judgments from the thing that you tell we being judgmental of. So we tell you that you being homosexual, you saying we being judgmental. No sweat. Them 3 letters, them alphabets will judge you. That's what they will do. Judgmental. A person that say you being judgmental, they just don't want to be corrected. That's all it is. Let them do whatever they want to do. What that boy Usher say?
Let
Let
it
them burn. All right.
Count on one con, sir.
That's it.
Count on one con.
All right. With that, we're gonna pass the class over to Trooper Yatazaq. Give him a hand.
They come all the way over here, though, Yatazaq, so they can hear you. Come right here. Up on the stair.
We are the Isupk security announcement. We are the Isupk, so on the roadway, orange and Christian, all New York. Look for new brother and sister. When new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are here to be saluted only. They are here to seven themselves of the world. If the interpretation teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must reach ahead to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister report each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will give permission to head to marriage. Ties with men. 1821. Other guy 38:10. Names 10 in Hebrew. For Isaac, every penny, any increase the Lord gives. Give the church department for teaching. For free, not mandatory. Whatsoever not in the life. Upcoming holy convocations.
Upcoming holy convocations. We got the memorial of the blowing of the trumpets. That's the first day of the 7th month. Wednesday, the 2nd of October, 2024. We find this in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verses 24 and 25.
Anyone wants to be a trooper in school, start wearing all black. Boots, shirt, pants, and then start. With that, pass that over to Captain Yatazaq so I can sit down.
With that, Imagine, which makes the stand, we're gonna give a courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Imagine Shabbat. Imagine Barak. Yahweh Shabbat at the thumb. Yajim Batah. So, serve face sisters. Sisters Imagine. Give a courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Imagine Shabbat. Imagine Barak.
Yahweh Shabbat at the thumb, Hashem Yahushua.
Yajim Batah. Glad dismissed.